Hi Leo, welcome to your unexpected reading for November. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Spiritual OG. Much love and support to her. Check her out, show her some love and support if you like what she has to say. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. All right, Leo. What do we got here for Leo? Okay, Leo. Six of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Star, wow, Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles, whoopsie, the Empress. Okay, let me see who we're dealing with here. Oops. Are you two on a break? Is there like this right now? Everything's just, there's no talking, there's no communicating, there's no, everything is stable because you're not interacting. Is that what's going on here? It's like a sort of a calm and maybe a seething indifference, or just a calm indifference. Just, okay. King of Wands. That could be Sagittarius. That's coming up a lot lately, that King of Wands. Interesting. Okay. So we got Pisces, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Taurus, or Aries. Could be dealing with here. All right. So, all right. This needs to be about you standing your ground. And keeping firm boundaries and focusing on yourself. Across the board, this is about, even if somebody's coming back in, across the board, it's been like, nope, focus on yourself, stay in your power, don't give it away, don't do that, don't go running back, think about things. Because there's these, I don't know what's going on, there must be something celestial going on, because there's these, it's about people breaking old patterns and old habits. So just saying that up front to see how that's going to play, if that's at play here, is what I'm trying to say. All right, so what's this Star card about? It's a Star card. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. This is King of Wands. The Lovers, that could be Gemini, Taurus, or this could be Capricorn. This could be Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. It says Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords for Leo. Okay. Oopsie. Wow. This is Five of Pumpkins. It looks okay. It says Five of Pumpkins. Hold on, Five of Pentacles. So why are you, what, oh, good for you. Okay. This could be Leo. But I don't get why the disconnect. Four of Swords and Five of Pentacles. Why? What's this Empress about? So you two are, this is all about you setting very firm boundaries with your person, Leo. It feels like they're trying to take this approach and then they back up, and they try this approach and then they back up and they try this one, and you're just like, meh. You've got like, so the only reason things are staying calm, it's almost like because you're not letting this person have any kind of advantage right now or getting any kind of access. It's very important for you to stay focused on moving forward and moving on. I think this person might see this as a temporary thing, whereas I think you're pretty resolute. I'm not sure that they get that message yet. I think that this is you kind of learning new things, or at least learning how to be different, or maybe you're the one teaching them how to be different, that this is in fact going to stick this time. Maybe it's a learning curve for them, but it feels like you are you're just not, that you're going to be walking away from this, that you mean it. This is it. This is final for you. And the focus has shifted to you focusing on yourself and self-care and healing. I mean, with the Queen of Pentacles, Empress, and the Star card, moving on, letting things go. I think you're having to be strategic about your boundaries with this person. I think you're having to shift them constantly. I think you're having to be just very firm, not with the person, but just maintaining this line, because this person is very persistent, and they might not be used to you drawing a line in the sand or erecting boundaries. I think you're not. I think you're going about setting the boundaries differently, because I think this person needs a different tact. Like, they're not getting it, they're not understanding it. So you're like, okay, then maybe they'll understand this way. Either way, nobody's breaching this right here. And I think you've changed your tactic because you're changing in general. So your approach to this issue with this person is changing in general. They're not used to it. I think they can still do the same things they've been doing and get away with it, and that you guys are just taking a breather. I don't think they've realized that you've tapped out for good. And another thing that's kind of different for you is that you're not interested in having them know that. You're no longer fighting them. It's kind of like you're just kind of going with the flow and yet still maintaining your boundaries. So there's no conflict here. That's why there's that piece, that seething indifference, because there's no active conflict on the surface, but it's almost like it's a constant management thing for you, is to have to deal with this person that keeps thinking they can kind of penetrate this boundary, and in their mind it's like, oh, okay, they're just not ready yet. Okay, I'll back off for a little bit, then I'm going to try again. And I don't know if that's, it doesn't feel like it's going to escalate, but this person is pretty darn persistent. And I feel like that's why you've realized that, oh, okay, this person doesn't get it when I tell them to their face. They don't like being told. They take it as a challenge, like, oh yeah, we'll see about that. So, ergo, completely withdraw, no communication, completely shut down, non-acknowledging anything, and just staying the course and taking care of myself. And they can't react if there's no audience. If there's nobody to spar with. So this person's going to keep trying to take different tacks. And this is all about you focusing on self-care. And the thing is that there's not much you can do if somebody doesn't egregiously and outright step over a legal line. So it's incumbent upon you to continually manage the situation, which is offensive enough in itself, because it's like, take the hint and leave me alone. But this person won't. They get the hint, but they're not willing to accept it. And so they're going to sit here and spar with you because they don't want it to be over. This is someone that doesn't want things to be over. They're fine with thinking it's a break because they don't like not having access to you. So you don't get to tell them no. That's creepery. That's a stalker. I don't like that. So it's kind of this right here. Like, this is like, here's this person doing their own thing, and then here they come through the window or whatever whenever they darn well please. I don't like that. Why? Because they can? Not anymore. I feel like this is about you starting to retrain them, or like setting the stage where no more access. Nope, not over here. Nope, can't get in over here. No, can't get in over here. Nope, don't try that. But it's kind of a lot of work and it's exhausting. And you might need some help from friends as far as like buffering you, or this might be a time where you kind of insulate yourself with your tribe or your people to deal with this person that's going to keep coming. I feel like this person is in that gray area where nothing is actionable. Like, you can't really enlist legal counsel or counsel, yes, but like, because there's nothing that they've really done as far as anything actionable or what you can charge them with or say that they're doing wrong. They're doing just enough to let you know their presence, but they're not doing anything wrong. I have a friend who is dealing with somebody that will, they work in the same field, and whenever there's conferences or whatnot, this person will sit very close by, if not in the same seat next to her, but won't make eye contact with her and won't talk to her. But they follow her around the room. They make sure they're sitting, but they never acknowledge her presence. They park right next to her, but won't look at her, won't talk to her, won't say one word to her, but is a constant physical presence right now. It's stuff like that. You can't really accuse anything about that. You can't do anything about it really, except for to protect yourself. So that feels like this. That's what this feels like. It feels like someone's just going, oh, okay, that didn't work. Okay, I'm going to pull back and re-strategize, think about some things, and then I'm coming back again. Conversely, this is you gaining ground and getting some distance from this person. So it's just a matter of time before they lose interest and go after something else. But until then, it's going to be you having to have firm boundaries. Because they still think that they can get this back on track. They still think that they can have this access. They still see you as part of their, as theirs. What's this Empress about? What's Empress about? I would like this, oh my good Lord, the Star card again. I would like this to be about someone realizing the error of their ways, and here they come. They realize, they found their way back to you, and they want to make this work, and they're going to make it worth it. They can't stand the disconnect, and they're going to pursue you, and they really want to move past the drama, and they'll wait for forever. This is not that. This person does not have noble intentions. They just haven't found anything that is interesting enough to stop pursuing over here and go over there. You're going to have to be strategic. And the focus does need to be on self-care. Look at this. I mean, we got the Queen of Pentacles, the Star card. I mean, this is like, you need to, for November, this is all about you really taking care of business, taking care of yourself, keeping your boundaries firm. What's this Hangman about? What's Hangman about? Being self-protective while things are changing, while things are in flux, while there's this sort of seething indifference or this kind of finality, only because you're establishing it. The only reason that this is final is because you're keeping it final. The only reason that there's no movement with this is because you have not allowed it. This is someone that's going to try this angle, try this angle, try this angle, try this angle. But it's not going to let up until they lose interest. And so it's going to be incumbent upon you being in complete lockdown mode while things are changing, while you're transitioning out of this with this person. For the Leos that I'm reading for, this is general, it's not going to apply to everybody, but for the Leos that I'm reading for, this is you needing to maintain firm boundaries and focus on yours and your own, and focus on your own healing, your own growth, your own property, your own resources, everything about you, and relying on friends and family to keep you insulated and kind of shuffle you through until this dies down. What else for Leo? So that could explain a lot. If you feel regret, don't. If this person feels regret, I could see why. They benefited a lot from being with you. It was too much to their benefit. You are a good partner, and you make things happen. You take care of yours and your own. You take that very seriously. So I could see why they would have regret that they messed things up and that you're no longer accessible to them. I'm not sure that this person is capable of feeling regret, only that they're frustrated by not having access. but I don't think they're capable of looking at themselves and going, gosh, did I do something wrong to make them turn on me like this? Or, oh my gosh, what happened? I don't know that they have that capacity to consider their actions anything other than, noble and the standard for, good behavior or something. I don't think there's a lot of reflection going on with this person. So I think this might be about you having regrets. The time for that is over. That's going to interfere with you getting grounded again and focusing on yourself and attending to your day-to-day life and just keeping the trains running on time. Don't waste time on regret. It is what it is. You're learning your lesson, or you've learned your lesson. The worst is over. This is about rebuilding and healing and just staying the course, and you'll have help. So if you're beating yourself up, stop it. Turn that, I shoulda, woulda, coulda energy into, all right, I can, I will, I am. All right. What else for Leo? It's like, onward. Enough. Onward. Stop beating yourself up. Nothing you can do about it. What's done is done. Moving forward. What's for Leo? What's for Leo? Well, good. New beginning. Yay. Okay. So that's that transition piece then. That's why you two are, because this is a new direction for you. This is hope. This is hope. This is hope. So the worst of it's over, on to a new direction, moving out of all that turmoil into much calmer waters, emotional headspace, all of that, because your focus is on you and the safety of yours and your own. And good things await. Yay. Yay. Did that one. All right. What else for Leo? What else for Leo? Yeah, this is about you staying disconnected and I think that I feel like it's been that way for about 6 weeks. I feel like you've just completely stayed in lockdown mode for about 6 weeks. But I think the difference is that you don't let up. I think what's unexpected here is that you stay the course and you continue the disconnect and you continue the focus on yourself. I don't think you're allowing this person access anymore. Whereas before, I think they might have worn you down. And if nothing else, that made things look like, for all intents and purposes, that you two were still dealing with each other. But I think you're really keeping up the boundaries this time, and your interest has shifted. So, yeah. What else for Leo? Stay the course. It's like you're retraining them, and it's going to take time, but you're retraining them. And they're going to learn that they don't have access to you anymore. It's going to take some time. On the one hand, it could be that they're persistent and stubborn. On the other hand, it could be they're kind of dense. They might be a bit thick about, just not even willing to consider that it might be because of their behavior over and over again that you've decided to completely withdraw and disconnect. All right. What else for it? Leo. Yay. Okay, so no more conflict and tension. Again, the worst of it's over. This is about productivity. This is about seeing beyond the drama and focus on yourself now. This is about you focusing on goals, about a fresh new start. The worst of it's over. No more conflict and tension. And this is about you being able to move in a different direction now because the worst of it's over and you've got your wits about you. Yay. King of Pentacles. Stability, safety, security. Yay. I like it. The worst is over. Back to security. So we got Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles. This could be that you're dealing with a marital partner, a spouse. So maybe the retraining has worked. Because here you are focusing on yourself. And then here is a spousal unit, we should say. This could be male or female, but this is about you really coming into your own power and not having any more conflict or drama with your partner because you're shutting it down. You're not allowing it. You're simply not giving it audience. As hard as that might be right now, this person will learn. Stay the course. Things are in transition. Stay in lockdown mode. Okay. All right, Leo. I hope this was helpful. And I just hang in there. It's not going to be for too much longer. It might be frustrating or annoying, but good things await. And your focus has shifted to you're not trying to make this work anymore. You're not trying to, no more. This finally gets to be about you now. The focus has shifted. I think that might be surprising too, because that might be your default, is either you get worn down, but either way, you don't want somebody to feel bad. You're going to make it work. You're going to do your best, all that. You're not doing that anymore. You're doing it for yourself and your family, but your focus has shifted. So that's what's coming this month. That's what is different, because I think that's going to feel different for you too. So it might be a learning curve for you also, but it's not normal for you to not try and fix it, for you to not try and manage, for you to not try and help, or, okay, fine. You're not doing that anymore. Much to your surprise. Okay, all right. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.